Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So this is going to be the start of episode 2 of my progress during Double Experience Weekend. If you haven't already seen it yet, the link in the description will be down below for episode 1. I got some good short-term investments as well as starting up my invention grind for the weekend. This is currently about 7 to 8 hours worth of progress past that, and I started out with 15 augmented crystal staves. I'm down to 3 now. I might have 4 because I think I had one that was already kind of started, so I got the one in my inventory, 2 here. I have a set of augmented Ganos on, as well as augmented in my bank, and some serious invention gains already. Already up to level 113 from I think it was like 102, 103. So make some serious progress this weekend. 19 million XP, and I've been training for 7 hours straight today, so I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. My Vampirism Aura, next one I want to use is on cooldown. I got another 45 minutes, so probably going to take about an hour break, just chill out a little bit so that I don't completely burn myself out. Have been getting a lot of Dragon Maces, Rune Full Helms, Rune Plate Legs, and honestly, with all of the loot that I've been getting, odds are I'm going to break even with this training method of invention, even with the time and a half, basically, because obviously during double experience weekend you only get 1.5 times invention speed that you're increased. So I'm only spending 1 hour for every hour and a half, so honestly Moospas are perfectly even money making. You will not lose any money if you train invention on Muspas. Pretty nice, and obviously because Double Experience Weekend, all the good training spots are going to be taken up. So Muspas are a pretty decent way of getting invention experience, as well as not losing all your money from training up invention. I have been wearing Luck of the Dwarves. It doesn't seem to really do much. I just wanted to have it on just in case if there's a chance of that ring that's worth 2.1 billion or whatever it is. The one that doubles your drops 10% of the time. Can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But one other thing I have done, as you can see, I only have 213 million in my money pouch here. I have been investing a little bit. I've started buying dragon stones for 8,000 a piece. It seems like a pretty decent price. I know that they're usually about 9,000, and I'll be making probably decent profit off of these. I know that with the auto alchor, I'm expecting these to go up a little bit just from Invention Batch 2. All my investments right now are related to Invention Batch 2 and the fact that Double Experience Weekend are currently active. Dragon darts, that's just purely a Double Experience Weekend thing. I'm expecting Dragon Darts to be pretty low in price right now and them to go up at the end of Double Experience Weekend, as well as Prayer Potions. I'm expecting some lower level accounts to be training with Prayer Potions, and 3.5 thousand, I don't mind spending that much money on it. Even if I do just have to use them myself, I wouldn't mind having lots of Prayer Potions for my new bossing series. All these pouches are, like I said, I'm expecting a lot of people to be training summoning, as well as I believe pouches are going to go up, even if it weren't just because of Double Experience Weekend. I think they're going to go up because of Invention Batch 2. With the augmenters now being tradable, people are going to be looking for ways of getting powerful components, and there's 2 decent methods of getting powerful components. One is going to be the pouches here. So Unicorn Stallion, Spirit Terrorbird is a really common one for people to be using to train up invention. Arctic Bear I started buying just because they're not too expensive, and I was buying for like 1,600 and they usually go for like 23. Steel Titan pouches I'm buying up. I don't know exactly what I plan on doing with these. There's 1 or 2 things I might want to do with them. The first thing is going to be obviously just reselling them. The second thing is I did a money making guide for making Steel of Legends scrolls, so I may actually want to do that with these. Depends on the prices of Steel Titan pouches as well as the Scroll of Legends or whatever it is, the scrolls that you get from these. If that actually ends up being a decent way of getting extra money from these, I might do that instead. Either that or I'll just keep them for KBD or something like that. I'll probably be using this for KBD to just kill it a little bit faster. looks like unicorn stallions are all bought up now. So I currently have about 200 million. I'll come up with some other things to invest in. Thinking about doing some pack-yak pouches, but I'll go ahead and show you. Last I checked, that they weren't that good of a price. Basically, they're usually about 4,000, and they're only going for 3.9. That's not as big of a margin as I wanted to get. I was hoping to get a decent margin off them. I do still need to buy some pack-yak pouches just because I need them for my bossing series. So I'm going to be doing that. I do want to keep a little bit of money in my pouch because I do plan on getting some overloads ready to go. I am getting relatively low on overloads. Overloads. I have like 80 overload dose 4s and couple holy overloads. I've just been making them throughout the weekend because I know holy overloads are a little bit cheaper than getting regular overloads, so I might as well be using those instead of regular overloads. But all in all, not too much left to do this weekend. Maybe probably finish up by the end of today, and I don't know, I might use up some of the uncommon materials that I have in my pouch. Might actually get the fungal components. I'm not sure exactly how much XP you get from making the gizmos with these. I might do that. The only other component I really have a lot of are enhancing components, and I probably want to save those for trying to make some augmenters in the future. Strong components, if I have a lot of extra strong components, I might use those for some invention experience. But all in all, I've basically liquidated my entire invention pouch. I don't really have a whole lot in here except for a couple of the common materials that you don't ever use. So we'll see what I finish up doing. I'll get back to you as soon as I finish up training all my invention the regular way, figure out what level I'm at and how far away from 117 I am, because I'll have to figure out if I actually want to push for that or not. See you in a couple minutes. Okay, so finally done. I've killed so many of these stupid moosepus, whatever the heck you want to call them. Nice thing to do if you have the Luck of Dwarves ring on. You can teleport to the Grand Exchange really fast, and it actually gets you to a bank. So, quick little tip there for you. But, reason why I am recording this right now, I can finally deposit everything in my inventory. I have quite a bit of stuff in here. But I am going to be disassembling the last 3 items that I had to disassemble this weekend. I did go a little bit over with my crystal staff. I guess I had one in my bank at some point. So it was just kind of sitting there. And this should give me level 115 invention. So I've made 22 million invention experience this weekend so far. That's 2 days worth of constantly grinding out the muspus. Long time. So let's go ahead and check it out. And as I already told you guys last video, there's nothing in between level 107 and 120. So I'm basically done with invention. I just wanted to train it up for the invention batch 2. I have another 4.5 million invention experience to go until I actually finish up invention. I think level 117 was the highest invention level that I saw for anything. So I'm probably gonna just stop training after that. I do have some protein cogs in my bank here. First things first though is I'm gonna sell off all of the items I got from muspus, because I did spend, I believe it was 20 to 30 million. I'm not sure exactly how much it was. You can check my video a couple days ago if you want to know the exact amount. But 20, 30 million, I'm going to see how much of that I made back. Deposit my money pouch right now, so I have 0, and I will sell off all these items. So it looks like I didn't lose any money training invention at all. I have 27 million in my bank, or in my pouch right here. And I have about 4 million worth of dragon maces. It looks like a lot of people are actually doing this during double experience weekend, so I wasn't even able to sell these for 10k a piece, so I'm just going to hold on to them for a while. I might actually consider buying some more dragon maces since I know how cheap that they're going for. If I can buy a decent amount of these for 10k a piece, that would be pretty nice. But I will show you my history here, and as you see that, like, somebody bought 10 of these for 15k a piece. They got a real steal on them, and the average price for 77 of them was 18.464. That's really cheap. But big ticket item, the runite ore. I made 12 million off of those. I was using the spring cleaner. You can show you that in my equipment slot here. I only have the 3000, so if I were to have upgraded it beforehand, I could have gotten improved efficiency. But not really caring too much about that. This will eventually get up to 1800 and will just basically upgrade itself. It'll happen whenever it happens. And honestly, I don't plan on using that almost at all, except for during things like this. And I honestly am fine with bringing magic notepaper with me if there's something that drops a lot of runite items. But like I said, probably going to add dragon maces onto my list of investments that I'm going to want to make. The elder energy was actually quite a bit, so make sure you're picking up your elder energy if you're doing this. Honestly, runite full helms and the rune plate legs, if you had the fully upgraded spring cleaner, they would just all be runite ore, and you'd make even more money from that and a little bit less from here. The rest of the items were all just randoms. I think I got like 1.52 million in just random drops, so not bad at all. Basically training Invention for free, so can't complain about that. Like I said though, probably should put the dragon maces in the GE before I forget about it. Let's just go for 1501. Buy like 1,000. Yeah, let's buy like 10,000 of those. Hopefully people are selling a lot of them. I don't know how much people are selling of them. I know that they weren't going to instant buy just because I tried to sell them for like 10k and nobody was buying them, and obviously just the way margins work, I knew it wasn't going to buy instantly. Hopefully these will buy over time. But see dragon darts here, they're slowly buying. All my other investments are slowly buying. Steel titans are basically done. Probably should just cancel out of that and collect that. That way I have another inventory space. Spirit terror birds are going swimmingly. Only paying 1,200 a piece when they usually go for 1,600. If I can invest this whole entire 60 mil, it's probably gonna become 80 mil if prices go back to up where they were. And these again, making about 30% increase on my investment, so that's another 10 mil right here if they go up to the price that they were at before double experience weekend. Dragonstones, not going too poorly. This is probably only a 5-10% increase, so I can only expect maybe a couple million from this. But all in all, I'm going to be making insane money from this double experience weekend, and it's going to help me out a lot because I'm going to be trying to get all of the tier 90s as well as some pretty decent equipment for my bossing series. I will be coming back as soon as I actually finish up double experience weekend, see exactly how much invention gains I got, because I do plan on making some gizmos with any parts that I have left over, components. Most likely if I have any spare components, I'll use those on gizmos, because I know I have a lot of free gizmos basically just from other stuff that I was doing. But all in all, basically done with my double experience weekend plans. Have an extra day to just do whatever I want. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying this video, and I'll be back in a couple seconds. Just hit 116 invention. Just want to show you a couple of things that I did to get 116 invention. I made some junk refiners. Also, I made some armor gizmos as well as tool gizmos. I was using up some of my fungal components. Then it gave me like 500,000 experience. And then the junk refiners are just because they're going to be tradable in the future. I have another 168 of these. Assuming that I'm going to be making a lot of augmenters at some point. I'm probably going to be loot from 1,000 of them if they are profitable and the profit is relatively good. I'll probably get 1,000 of them, so I'll have plenty of crafted components. That's what I'm actually lacking right now. I have the rune bars and I have plenty of junk, but I just need some crafted components to finish up the junk refiners, and I'll get those when I disassemble some pouches. I do have quite a few pouches in my bank. I'm planning on reselling a lot of these. They're just investments into the future. I'm guessing that they're going to go up because of Invention Batch 2, but can't guarantee that. If nothing else, then like the Steel Titan pouches can go into the Steel of Legends. Then the Geyser Titans, I'm just hoping go up a little bit. One thing I did want to do on video though, I wanted to disassemble this Tectonic mask. If you check the charges, I have 0.2% of the charges left, so this is useless to me now. So just go ahead and disassemble this. It says it's very high value, but it's barely any value at all, and I still get the 5 rumbling components. So that's something that you can keep in mind. If you have any Tectonic masks or anything like that, the I forget what the other two are called, Malevolent and the ranged one, whatever that is. I'll remember it like 20 seconds after I finish this video. If you have those and they're about to get degraded, they still give you maximum components, so make sure you're using your masks or whatever they are before actually disassembling them, because I still have the 5 rumbling components. I must have gotten 4 from something else. I'm assuming just looting gave me a couple extra components. I know like I got some Dragon Fire and Ancient components from that. But all in all, pretty good double experience weekend. By the time I'm done with it, I should have 25 million. I have some cogs left over. I am 2.5 million experience short of 117, but I have a lot of things to discover. I am waiting on discovering all these until after the inspiration is gone, just because I want to make sure that the way of getting the XP, like this little mini game thing, I just want to make sure this is the same. I'm probably going to do a guide on it either way. Just depends on whether or not I need to relearn it, and I don't want to have it with the old method. I just want to have it all ready to go with the new method. Again, nothing is getting unlocked past 107. But all in all, pretty good double experience weekend. I have a couple more hours left to go. I don't anticipate doing too much. This is the beginning of the day, Sunday. I might do a little bit of Slayer or something like that if I have a couple extra minutes. Otherwise, just working on my investments, making sure that I can make all the money I possibly can off a double experience weekend. If you guys do enjoy these kind of videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like and a comment. As always, though, have a good one.